Hey guys, I wanted to do a quick video on sliding plates. What are they and why is it important? Okay, so this is the meat hammer by Modusworks, and these are all Magnus sliders. Now, they all actually have different sliding plates. Magnus has actually been experimenting with sliding plates, and when I mean sliding plates, I mean the actual plate that the slider slides on. Do you see? Modusworks does this, I believe it's titanium or stainless steel. I actually love it. It's very smooth, never has any wear. I mean, it's not the most beautiful thing, but it works great. Plus, you can take it off and change all the magnets from within. But the reason why I wanted to talk about the Magnus ones is because Magnus has been changing up his plates for a while. Now, the evolution of the plates, he first started with brass plates. And the plates that he started with did not have any screws. If you see, the new ones have screws. The point is he wants them to be interchangeable. Also, he used to glue them in, and there were some problems with some of them coming off, but now that's not a problem anymore, and it's interchangeable. So these are older models of the Magnus sliders. I actually got a couple more coming, but I wanted to talk about them because I'm trading away the wide boy, and I'm going to talk about why. So this was the Magnus Ridge. It's actually a pretty chunky boy. This was actually only a 2-click. I love it. They're actually about the same size, but the wide boy is 3. Okay. So all of his bigger ones now are 3-click, and all the smaller ones are 2-click. 1, 2. Okay. So this was the initial design that he made, which was the Magnus Toad, and I gotta say I love it. Some people don't like it because it's got a little bit of coarseness over here, but I love it. It feels so good. It's like a worry stone. And it just feels so good in your hand. It's perfect. Okay, so the other reason why he got away from the brass plates is because if you play with it a lot, they create some kind of a dust that turns your fingers like black. Also, if you don't keep them polished, they become like hard to slide, and some people call them gummy. Sometimes it gums up. It doesn't slide as well as some of the other ones. This one I really like. I think this one doesn't gum up because I don't think that the magnets are, because there's less magnets in there, I think it doesn't have the opportunity to, but this one definitely does gum up. Okay, so then he decided that zirconium plates were the best thing to do, because zirconium, they don't gum up. They're maintenance free. Well, they aren't maintenance free. They can scratch a little bit, but they don't gum up. They're nice and clicky. So this is what the new ones all look like. Okay, this is a little sandwich, and I'm going to explain. I think I've already told you guys what this is, but I'll explain a little bit more. Now, the other option is Teflon. So this is the most recent one that he's come out with. Now, not everybody likes it, but it's literally Teflon. Now you can see it kind of scratches up a little bit, but doesn't affect performance at all. Now, this is the smoothest of all. Now you guys gotta hear what the sound difference is. So, brass, Zirc, a little deeper, Teflon, more subtle, more quiet. Some people don't like the Teflon because of that, but I'm starting to like the Teflon more and more, and the Zerk less and less. It hits, like the snaps are so hard that I think it kind of affects the playing of it. Like, for instance, this one, I can flip it around. Yes, there are nice, satisfying snaps, but oops, there's nothing that's like, cluck, cluck, cluck. Whereas this one, oops, sorry, I really gotta go at it. So I actually have ordered I bought this off of this dude. I bought a Robo, which is another model of the Magnus, but with Teflon plates, because I want to see if it's any better than this. So now the other thing I wanted to talk about is some people love to like switch up the plates, having 1 and 1, and believe it or not, there's something to it. So this is the sandwich, which makes the smaller sliders like a 3-stack. Magnus is actually working on a bigger one for the 3-click ones. So now listen how it sounds with Zerk and Teflon. I think it's the best of both worlds, actually. Now I have another insert which is called a rocker. It turns your slider into a clicker. Both of these are available on the website. I'll link them below. But now you might say, oh, well, that's dumb. But no, you can actually ladder with them too. Hold on, I didn't do that right. So I can do the exact same thing with this. That's pretty cool. But you see, it's much more quiet because it's Teflon on Teflon on Teflon on Teflon. Slides good too. Now, the other thing that I like to do is I like to do the brass and the Zerk. Now, the only reason why I like to do the brass and the Zerk is because, again, the brass gums up over time and it becomes harder and harder to push. But if you have brass on Zerk, you don't have that problem. And it's still nice and snappy. Although, the more I play with these, the more I might think that I might be a Teflon fan. But I wish there was a happy median, because this feels a little bit, let me take the little rocker out. This feels a little bit muted. I don't know, it's just not as satisfying. Now, I love the way it flips fast. Do you see that? And easy to push, but this I feel is way more satisfying. Easy to push, nice and smooth, maintenance free, easy to click. But this, it's just, you hear that? I mean, it's satisfying, but it becomes a little tedious after a while to try to push him. So I'm trading this away for some other sliders. So that's why, like I said, that's why I wanted to do the review. So you don't have to worry about Magnus with the brass plates because he's not making them anymore. But there's other companies that do make them. So just be mindful of the brass plates. But again, I'm not sure which is better, the zirconium inserts or the Teflon, but I will say I'm just not happy with this. And he's come out with so many different brands, designs, like he's got the dimple out, he's got the Robo, are those the only 3 clicks? Yeah, and then the wide boy, which is this. I like the design, but I don't like the feel of it. It's just, maybe I'm a wuss. Maybe I'm a wuss. Just don't like it. This one, now the Modusworks, they've got it dialed down. Do you see how different it is? Oh, sorry. I go from one to the other and I'm like so used to like pushing on it real hard. And when I get to this one, I'm like, boom. So again, you know, which is better, the Teflon or the other one? I don't know. But again, you can swap out the plates with those screws. I've actually put a question to Magnus. are you going to release any of these big ones with the Teflon plates? Or are you going to sell any of the 3-click Teflon plates? Because if you see, there's a big old size difference there. So, so we'll see what he says. But anyway, so again, the disclaimer here is that it's all about preference. I know lots and lots and lots of people who love this and love the Zerk more than the Teflon, and would much rather have the Zerk any day of the week. So it's all about preference. Now, I do think it has a lot to do also with the size of the slider, because see, it's much harder to push the brass because it's a little less tedious to push the little guy than the bigger guy. But yeah, I would not recommend getting a slider with brass plates. This one works well. As for the battle between Zerk and Teflon, I don't know what you guys think. Like I said, I'm trading this one away, and I'm getting a Robo that's got the Teflon plates. And so we'll see how much I like that. That's not coming for a couple days, but I got to mail that one away today. So that's why I wanted to do the review. So I don't know. Anyway, just in case you guys are curious, this is the Toad X with the Teflon plates. I think on the website right now you can get it for like $160, I think. This is the rocker with the Teflon plates. That I think is like $110. They do have the Toad on there right now with either the Zerk or the Teflon. Now, Zerk is more expensive, so you'll have to pay more for the Zerk plates than the Teflon, because obviously it's zirconium, it's harder to make. But this is the regular Toad. It's a nice thin profile. But because I don't really like the brass on brass, I put my little Zerk sandwich in there, and it makes it pretty usable for me, at least. This is its own beast. You're not gonna find one of these again. But if you see one on the secondary market, do it. So, yep. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the like button. Also, I just want to let you guys know, I did create a Discord server in case you guys wanted to chat. I put it in the info section of the channel, and also I'm gonna start doing weekly giveaways, and I'll be announcing those as well. So let me know what you guys think. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in.